Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is DB333 and welcome back to our turn for Kaiserreich as Flanders-Wallonia. Now, last video, we hopped in, Black Monday started happening, and we've continued to make a series of horrible choices and hope that our people will just get tired of our shit. And I think it's gonna start happening. And we made it. On the 1st of May, the syndicalists celebrate the fight for the 8-hour workday as described by Second International in 1889. Despite the rebellion raging on through Belgium, many syndicalists see the day as sacred and guerrilla strikes will be less fierce today. This could be our opportunity to organize a counterattack. Nah. Hey, if they're taking the day off, we're taking the day off. Let's just do a fucking curfew. We're getting pretty close to finishing this up. After that, we'll probably work on a railway. Then maybe open up a power plant. I think by then, we'll probably be ready to, swap over to Belgium. Basic machine tools. Support weapons 1. Let's hold off a bit before we, let's go interwar artillery real quick. Let's wait a few days. There we are. Let's go industry. Let's go for dispersed industry. I usually go concentrated, but since we're going to be sandwiched, we're very close to the Commune and the Union of Britain, so we're in a bit of trouble here. So it's probably a good idea just to get as much breathing room as we can from them. So the Baltic Duchies declared war on Estonia and Latvia. Looks like we're going for full integration. Though we shall see what happens there. It's looking so far like the duchy is getting pushed. This is interesting. Welsh Union has capitulated, has been elected. It's interesting. I was about to say it was looking good for the Latvians, but now I'm not so sure. Group G. While our forces were engaged in Wallonia, a devastating terrorist attack was launched on our electrical train network by the infamous Group G. They are a resistance movement composed almost entirely of students from the ULB, a free university of Brussels. Encouraged by protest at the universities of Ghent and Leuven, a group of engineering students from the ULB prepared a nationwide attack on the railroad system. This was the first time an attack occurred in both Flanders and Wallonia by the same group. We'll have to stay wary of further cooperation between the two regions. Well, I don't know, figure out who they are, I guess. We'll deal with them later, I guess. Probably go with their king, by the way. They're still doing the debate. Reports. Oh God, reports have reached us that the deserting forces are gathering in the villages around Poperinghe. They seem to rally as close as possible to the French border, making large-scale troop movements by us difficult. Charlie Classer, leader of the movement, has started to expand the group very fast, exceeding our expectations. They are, however, in contrast to all the other groups, a secret army with a chain of command and armed to the teeth. It will not be easy to crack down on them. We'll have to keep an eye on them. Well, just keep a brigade in the city to keep track of them. Its status of a Flemish Resistance. While we were trying to counter the Walloon syndicalists, now to withdraw some of our forces out of Flanders, the Flemish decided to work more underground and have been recruiting members into their movements. Priests have tried to convince their parochians to take up arms and liberate the nation, while rebels in the cities have diffused illegal newspapers and propaganda to enlist as many as possible. The recruited rebels, guided by experienced veterans from both the army and the veterans from Weltkrieg, have also performed small coordinated raids against German transports and have been able to acquire quite the army. It's not yet clear what they are up to, but it would be wise to reinforce over Flanders, risking loss of control elsewhere. Let's reinforce all our provinces. I'm sure we won't get overextended. Oh, how long have I... Probably way too long. I'm an idiot. Please forgive me. Let's get working on the Axis. Probably lost a few days on shit to do. Hopefully that won't matter too much in the long run. Yeah, I lost a couple days, didn't I? That's 10 minus, what, 40? I think I lost 29 days. Shit. Yeah, there goes with Duchy. Looks like Estonia's left. Got a research slot available. Let's go... Let's hold off a bit for that. Let's go mechanical computing. I feel so fucking stupid I forgot this, but oh well. Syndicalists. I have one in Italia. Home rule. 11th of July. The 11th of July, 1302 will always be remembered as a great victory over the French army at the Golden Spornslag. On this day, an inferior Flemish army defeated the French knights. This victory marked an important point in the creation of the independent Flemish movement and has been immortalized in the Roman De Louvre van Vlaanderen by Henrik Conscience. With German forces spread thin to suppress resistance of the Flemish resistance, has prepared a massive attack to liberate the cities of Bruges, Ghent, Kortrijk, and Ostend. Due to our small forces, we were quickly overrun. After 5 hours of heavy fighting, our last stronghold at the Gravenstein in Ghent fell, and Flemish Lion proudly waves atop its battlements. Well, there goes Flanders. Well, shit. 11th of July. With the temporary retreat of German forces, the Flemish Resistance memorized this day and has proclaimed the 11th of July a national holiday. Vlaanderen de Louvre. Whatever that means, yes. More Padot support, more conservative support. So yeah. It's not looking too good for you, is it, Albert? Walloons fleer here of Flemish victories. After the victories of a Flemish resistance over German forces, the Walloons now have the opportunity to decide whether or not to work together with Flemish for a unified Belgium or to seek affiliation with the Commune of France. The Syndicalists are inclined towards the Commune and helping spread towards a socialist revolution. On the other hand, the Royalists would prefer to work together with Flemish to unify the country and reinstate the king. After days of frenzied discussion, the doors of headquarters finally open. Decision is announced. We shall approach our Flemish brethren and try to rebuild Belgium. I'm sure we'll be fine. Siam is just... Poland elects a new king. Habsburg. Flanders receives Walloon deal. After the proposal to the German government failed, the Flemish have now received a deal from the Walloon movement. They asked the Flemish to work together with them to ensure independence for all Belgium and to reinstate the king. I can get behind that. Unity is strength. So what the hell was going on in Othdam? Yeah. Very low popularity. Not just low, very low. Oof. Alright, we got dispersed industry down. We still got quite a bit before we just start working on 37 stuff. So let's go work on some fighters. Actually, let's work on some fighters. So yeah. Hainaut attacks. After the Flemish and Walloons made their pact to unify Belgium, they launched an attack on the German administrative offices in Mons and secured the governor and his family. They are now held hostage, and the rebels are demanding the withdrawal of German forces from Hainaut. They have surrounded the building and are ready to move in. If necessary, the chances of extracting the governor successfully are slim, but we could resecure the building to reinforce it again against further attacks and tighten our grip on this province. Nah, we'll just have to give in. A lot of syndicalist support, which I'm not a fan of, but more Catholic support than anything, which I'll take. Yep, there goes the revolt there, and Deutsche Asien. Let's go and let's fund the Solvay Institute. Indochina declares independence. Rebels move into Antwerp. With renewed forces and help from Wallonia, the Flemish Resistance has successfully begun pushing into Antwerp. Fighting into the streets immediately ensued. After 3 days, there appeared to be no clear winner. The strategic situation changed when a tank depot fell to Flemish forces and the Germans retreated to the east side of the city. Simultaneously, a push was orchestrated towards Boom and Dendermonde, ensuring the liberation of most of Antwerp province. There's a lot of we are now manpowerless, but we got a division plan anyway, so we're good. German forces pushed back into Brussels after a defeat in Mons, and in return for governor. And in return for the governor, we have fallen back into Brussels, where we have dug ourselves in. Any Walloon resistance will have to deal with our fortified positions and prepare troops. Come at me, bro. Come at me. Well, the Walloons hold back. The Walloons have set up a perimeter around Brussels, but appear not to be planning to immediately attack. They may be trying to secure Flanders first before moving against our troops' positions in the city. Well, we'll have to be careful. You never know with those Frenchies. I'll have to wait a bit for another event to pop up, I think. 49 men. That's, Flemish forces approach the capital. With their victories in Antwerp and the retreat of German forces out of Limburg, we are left only with Brussels and Wallonia. As the movement keeps winning, they gather more support, and by now they heavily outnumber us. The only forces we have left are the division located in Brussels and 2 in Wallonia. We'll have to make an important decision, which will decide the fate of our country. Will we retreat into Germany, thus abandoning Belgium, or will we dig in and try to hold out as long as we can, hoping that Germany may recover quickly enough to support us? Well, dig in, boys. What's going on? Full frontal assault on Brussels, with our troops firmly dug in and waiting for the rebels' attack. News has reached us of a German division stationed in Deutsch-Wallonia being repositioned to Brussels to reinforce us and help ward out the Walloon attack. Fortunately, however, rebels intercepted the message and decided to immediately launch their operations. The troops surrounding Brussels moved in and under artillery support, and the tanks captured Antwerp swiftly breached our first line of defense. This was followed by intense fighting in the metropolitan area of Brussels, with especially fierce conflict engulfing Schaerbeek and Dilbeek. Here the soldiers fought house by house, leading to heavy casualties on both sides. After 8 hours of heavy fighting, our garrison is no longer able to hold them. The rebel army is marching on the palace. We're going to have to surrender. Last stand of Flanders-Wallonia. Pushed back out of Brussels, the remaining army has fallen back to the southern city of Namur, which is here. Here, reinforcements from the German Empire have recently arrived, and using them, we've been able to set up an adequate defense. We do, however, have a limited amount of supplies left after our defeat of Brussels. Most likely have to surrender within 3 months if we do not launch a counteroffensive with what little we have. our situation is hopeless, we'll have to surrender. Okay, that's 13th of September 1936 at 2:37 p.m. in the Royal Palace, former King Adalbert signed a formal ceasefire treaty, resulting in his immediate abdication, the withdrawal of all German forces from his former territory, and a truce between the reborn nation of Belgium and the German Empire. Hundreds of men, women, and children have come out into the streets waving the Belgian flag, chanting the Bremen Cone, and celebrating the nation's regained independence. It is truly a great day for Belgium. Long live Belgium. So what we got? We got more base stability, more base war support, a lot more manpower. Remove anti-German sentiment, Flanders lost, military stuck, mass desertion, Belgian Revolution. We'll leave the Reich back, we're no longer a puppet of a German Empire. We get the Belgian Flag event in a few days. The authoritarian Democrat Party will now be called the Interim Government. Belgian Parliament is now the leader of Off-Dem Party. We get a bunch of guys in charge of our country. We now have peace with Flanders-Wallonia, and we no longer have Fritz Conrad as a naval commander. Very well. Well, have fun with that, Germany. Looks like you're getting all the help you can get. So, we have done it, ladies and gentlemen. We have kicked those damn dirty Jerrys out. So we have a bit of a problem now, seeing how we kind of no longer... Not there. We don't really have a, kind of a check on our own. We're out of disaster, at least, which is good. We are in a huge political power hole, though. Fuck. The Belgian flag. After our victory over the German occupiers, provisional government has decided to reinstate the Belgian flag to bolster morale, to show the world that Belgium is free once more. Hoisted atop the Royal Palace, a flag waves proudly in the wind. Flanders-Wallonia will now be known as Belgium. German Empire gets to invent the Belgian Revolution. We get 300 political power. We no longer have Adalbert as a field marshal, and we now have the independent Belgian focus tree. So let's take a look at this nice new focus tree. Bam! We can have elections. Sounds great. I think we're going to do that. Did we lose the progress on the... I think we did, yeah. So, let's hold elections, shall we? We're not in as big of a political power hole anymore, so which is nice. So let's get working on that. So we got this new tree. We're going to have to choose who we want to... go with. We can choose our foreign policy later, at least, if we refuse the Treaty of Arlon, which will pop up in a bit. Decide whether we want to be neutral or choose our place on the world stage, which I'm not quite sure, honestly. We also unlocked our army, so we can do that soon as well. So anti-tank focused. We got a lot of shit we can get working on soon, but let's get our elections going first. So we have a fate of a country to work on. All right, we don't really have any more. We don't have a field marshal anymore, which is not good. I wonder why I can't draw the front line there. That's a bit peculiar. But so be it. They are bailing out the Junkers. Let's go interwar artillery. Disperse industry. The Treaty of Arlon. Deep in the Ardennes, in the city of Arlon, German and Belgian representatives have gathered to discuss future relations between the two countries. Multiple proposals have been put on the table by both sides until finally agreement was reached. Belgium would stand the Reich back and help the German in its war in exchange for Luxembourg and full recognition of its sovereignty. While the German delegation can be persuaded to recognize our independence, all requests for return of Belgium and Luxembourg have thus far been swept off the table. Well, we want Luxembourg, okay? So if you're not going to give it to us, then, I don't know what to tell you. So what is it? Well, the German Empire has refused our proposal and decided to leave the summit. There will be no alliance this time and no concessions. Alright, well, we have a core and a claim here now. We also have a claim on Luxembourg. So, that's all the time I have, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. If not, feel free to dislike and want to see more of my content. You should go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more uploads every weekday, as well as every Saturday. If you have any comments, feedback, anything sort, leave in the comment section below the comments I get. I appreciate any all feedback you have for me. I have a Patreon, not linked below if you want to support me financially. We can chat, play games, have a fun old time generally. I also have a Discord, not linked below if you want to check that out. We can chat, play games, have a fun old time. That's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. My name has been Nago333, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.